include but are not limited to the Busan Transportation Corporation, 127 spots, Busan Metropolitan Corporation, 19, Busan Infrastructure Corporation, 62, Busan Environment Corporation, and others as well. Applications are open on the 22nd of April for the Integrated Public Institutions Employee Written Exam for the first half of 2024, and you can only apply online at the website busan.saramin.co.kr.
네, 부산시가 사상구 괴법동 사상공원에 숲체험 교육관을 건립하기 위한 설계 공모를 했는데 그 결과 최종 단성자 선정됐습니다. 시는 지난 3월 18일 설계 공모 심사위원회를 열고 공모에 참여한 18개 업체에 설계한 가운데 숲체험 교육관의 특수성과 활용성, 목조 건축의 우수성 등 종합적으로 평가한 결과 최종작을 선정했는데요. 사상 숲체험 교육관 건립 사업은 2026년 완공을 목표로 하고 있습니다. 사상공원에 미래 세대 어린이를 위한 특화된 숲교육, 목재 문화 체험 시설을 조성하는 사업인데 산림청 공모 사업인 2023년 국산 목재, 목조 건축 실현 사업에 선정돼 130억 원을 들여 이 사업을 벌일 예정입니다.
So Busan City has selected the designs for a forest experience education center within Sasang Park. Very cool. The designs were selected among 18 firms based on their specialty, functionality, as well as, of course, excellence, symbolism, and sustainability of their wooden buildings. So the Forest Centre seeks to provide specialised natural education and woodworking experiences for children. It will be completed by 2026 inside Sasang Park in Gwaebopdong in Sasang-gu. And the city was selected by the Korea Forest Service to receive 13 billion won for the programme. So look forward to this planning and designing step completed by the first half of next year, hopefully, and construction set to break ground in the second half as well.
네, 인디게임 개발자를 위한 글로벌 게임 축제인 부산 인디 커넥트 페스티벌 2024가 오는 8월 열립니다. 내일부터 전시 참가자 접수가 시작되고요. 인디게임은 비교적 저렴한 비용으로 제작할 수 있는 비디오 게임의 형태인데 개인이나 소규모 단체들이 개발하고 있고 디지털 배급이 쉬워지면서 인디게임들의 개발도 점점 활발해지고 있습니다. BIC 2024는 오는 8월 16일부터 18일까지 3일 동안 백스코에서 열리고 온라인 전시는 8월 9일부터 30일까지 열릴 예정입니다. 자세한 정보는 BIC 공식 누리집에서 확인하시면 됩니다.
Okay, so the Busan Indie Connect Festival, also known as BIC, will be held in Busan City this August, a global gaming event for developers of independent games. So according to the city, the BIC organising committee is accepting applicants for the exhibition starting from tomorrow. So BIC 2024 will be held this year from August 16th to 18th at Bexco, and the online exhibition will go from August 9th to 30th. There's lots of different kinds of applications. What you need to do, get online, go to www.bicfest.org.
네, 어젯밤 10시 30분쯤 해운대구 반여동의 2개 아파트 단지 3,488가구와 그 일대 가로등과 신호등이 모두 정전됐습니다. 또 갑작스런 정전 때문에 아파트 주민 3명이 승강기 안에 갇혔다가 무사히 구조됐습니다. 복구 작업은 오늘 새벽 4시 35분쯤 완료돼서 전력 공급이 재개됐고요. 정전에 대한 정확한 사고 원인을 조사 중입니다.
Okay, so an apartment complex in Panyodong, Haeundae-gu, experienced a power outage at 10:30 p.m. yesterday. There was 3,488 households in the apartments, as well as street lights, traffic lights, and neighbourhoods that all experienced this blackout. 3 residents were also trapped in an apartment during the power outage. Thankfully, they were safely rescued, and power came back on after recovery efforts around 4:35 the following morning.
네, 운행 중인 부산 지하철 전동차에서 방화를 시도하고 영무원을 위협한 혐의로 재판에 넘겨진 50대 남성에게 검찰이 징역 5년을 구형했습니다. 부산지법에서 오늘 열린 이 남성에 대한 결심 공판에서 검찰은 재판부에 징역 5년을 선고해 줄 것을 요청했습니다. 이 남성은 지난달 9일 낮 지하철 1호선 부산대역을 향하던 전동차 안에서 메모지에 불을 붙여 의자에 대는 등 방화를 시도한 혐의를 받고 있습니다.
So a 50-year-old man was charged with attempting arson and threatening station staff on a running subway train in Busan. He's been sentenced to 5 years in prison by the prosecution. During the trial held in the 6th Criminal Division of the Busan District Court on the 9th, the prosecution requested a 5-year prison sentence for this man. According to the prosecution's indictment, the man is accused of attempting arson by igniting a memo paper on a subway train bound for Busan National University Station on the 9th of last month.
네, 제가 전해드리는 소식은 여기까지고요. 네.
무서워요, 그거는 마지막 거.
그러면 좀 더 재밌는
재밌는 거?
한국 속담 하나 알려드리고 갈게요.
속담은 어려워.
어려워요.
오케이.
속담 중에 봄과 관련된 속담 중에 봄잠은 가시덤불에 걸어져도 잔다 이런 표현이 있어요. 봄에 잠이 오잖아요. 춘곤증이라고 표현하는데
네.
날씨가 따뜻해지고 뭔가 그러니까 밥 먹고 잠이 오면 식곤증.
네.
봄에 잠이 오는 건 춘곤증이라고 해요. 춘곤증. 그래서 봄철이 이렇게 몰려드는 이 춘곤증을 표현하는 거라서 가시덤불은 따갑잖아요.
네네.
그 따가운 속에서도 자야 된다는 그런 얘기가 있더라고요. 네.
너무 어려워요.
봄잠은 가시덤불에 걸어져도 잔다. 로라 씨를 너무 오랜만에 만나서 저는 봄잠이 깼어요.
깼어요?
잠 안 하.
좋아요.
좋아요.
여름으로 가자.
네, 충분히 자고 건강한 음식 먹으면서
좋습니다.
네, 건강한 봄날 보내시기 바랍니다. 로라 씨 항상 건강하세요.
Oh, thank you. You too. And listen, it's such a pleasure to be in the studio with you, but it's time for us to move along, so we will see you next time.
네, 다음에 뵙겠습니다.
고맙습니다.
감사합니다.
All right, let's have a song. Up next is 우주를 건너 by 백예린.
혼자서 널 기다릴 때면 나 혼자 다른 액상에 있는 듯해 여기서 네가 있는 곳까지 얼마나 오래 걸릴지 난 궁금해 상상이 안 돼 내게 좀 더 빨리 와줘 그대가 없는 이곳은 내게는 너무 깜깜해 나 여기서 두 발 벌려 그대를 안아줄 준비가 돼 있어 너와 나 사이의 우주를 건너 내게로 우주 Like to come over to me 너와 나 사이의 우주를 건너 내게로 날아와줘 더 이상 기다리게 하지 마 Yeah, I'm waiting for you now Ay, ay, ay Baby, I need you now Ay, ay, ay I'm waiting for you now Ay, ay, ay Baby, I need you now 저 멀리 널 보고 있으면 너와 나는 다른 생각을 하는 듯해 yeah, yeah. 여기서 언제까지나 기다리고 있어야 하는지 궁금해 답답하기만 해 내게 지금 빨리 와줘 그대가 없는 이곳은 내게는 너무 막막해 꼭 잡은 손 그대 놓치지 않을 준비가 돼 있어 너와 나 사이의 우주를 건너 내게로 우주 Like to come over to me 너와 나 사이의 우주를 건너 내게로 날아와줘 더 이상 기다리게 하지 마 멀리 있는 것만 같아도 손 내밀면 잡힐 듯한 그대 그림자 그댈 꼭 안고 내 맘 느낄 수 있도록 놓지 않을래 I'm waiting for you now 너와 나 사이의 우주를 건너 내게로 우주 Like to come over to 줄게 나에게 다가와 Come over to me Baby come over to me Come over to me Baby I need you now Baby I need you now Baby I need you now
Oh, welcome to Laura's Journal. Yeah. It's usually David's journal, but I'm here instead, and I'm sure mine will be much more interesting since David said he was worried the show was going to get ruined. David, put your keyboard down and relax, all right? I've done this before. Dear Diary, today, instead of my usual tatatan latte, hot latte, I had a sweet vanilla latte. It's delicious. The sugar made me feel like I had a little more energy. I was a little sweeter. I felt my mood was a little lighter, but I also realized that sugar is just not good for my health. And you know, Diary, as you know, many people have a sweet tooth because they are not sweet in themselves, but I'm very sweet. So I have a salty tooth. Just kidding. But in my case, I do prefer salty foods over sweet foods. I'm quite good at indulging in, chips and dips and that kind of stuff. But actually, surprisingly, some countries have implemented regulations to limit sugar consumption. Things like imposing taxes on sugary drinks or restricting the marketing of sugary products, especially to children. Like Mexico, they have a tax on sugary beverages. France and the UK have restrictions on advertising. And now the Philippine government is moving forward with a bill that would ban the use of sugar additives in foods for infants and children under the age of 3. I like it. I would definitely be down for that. And this comes into effect, comes into play because the country's obesity rate is on the rise, with 4 out of 10 people being obese or overweight. So if it goes into effect, it could apply to all baby foods, infant foods, and the sugar industry made for children between the ages of 6 months and 3 years. So no individual or organization will be able to manufacture or sell or import or distribute these sugary infant foods. I'm a grown-up, so I can choose what I want, but I do think reducing sugar in everyone's diet would be a good idea. And as a mother, I'm definitely on board with getting rid of sugar for little kids, absolutely. But as with everything, it should be in moderation. So, just enjoy what you can, have a little snack here and there, and then think about this. If you don't eat something too sweet, then your body will be healthier and then life itself will taste a little sweeter, right?
You are now listening to For Your Busan with David Kim. Stay tuned every day from 4:05 to 6 p.m. for more.
It's time for Relationship Matters with Casey. Oh, yeah.
안녕하세요. Oh, I gotta kind of reach down.
안녕하세요. Are you on a booster seat?
I am on a booster seat. I feel like I'm at the restaurant.
Because you're so short.
맞습니다.
맞습니다. Do you know what my favorite thing about today is? How the light is shining off your lovely dome head.
It probably makes my head look like it's
studio.
disappearing into the background.
I like it. I like it a lot.
My passport photo looks like that.
It's magical.
My passport photo is illegal. I have no head.
You have no head?
It's like just disappears
Or you
into
have
the
all
background.
head.
Yes, I'm
Omnipotence.
into the ether. Yes.
Yeah, I like it. How you doing anyway?
좋습니다.
Surprise.
다 좋아요. David, 좀 바꾸네요.
David is...
Oh, you're not David. Oh, hi.
David quit. And so, I just decided to step in, do
All right.
my part for
I hear ya.
for the world,
Take one for the team.
David was feeling a bit under the weather, so we decided to make sure he had got a really good rest and just chilled out at home so that he can come back as soon as possible.
Good idea. Good
Everybody
idea.
misses him.
I miss him already.
Really?
Yeah.
He said he was worried his show was going to get ruined. So
Don't ruin his show,
I'm
all
not
right?
speaking to him anymore. But anyway. So
Are you going to speak to me?
I'll speak to you.
All right. Cool.
Tell me about this segment, Casey. This is the first time I've done it. It's
Yeah.
Relationship Matters. What are we talking about?
Well, actually, last week, I'm kind of continuing on what I was talking about last week with David. David and I, we talked about language barriers in relationships. So this segment's Relationship Matters. We talk, you know what I'm saying? We talk about, maybe romantic relationships, family relationships, and you are the perfect person to talk to today.
Really?
Because I've got, this is maybe something you've been dealing with yourself.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about romantic partner relationship or child relationship? Which way you want to
Let's
go?
talk about something that I can get more annoyed at.
Oh, which one? I mean, they're both.
Romantic partner
Oh,
relationship.
all right, cool. Okay, cool. So last week, I was talking about the effort I was trying to put in to learn Korean.
Yeah.
I just started taking Korean classes recently.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and I need it.
Took you long enough. eh? What time is it now?
맞지. 맞지. Yeah, it did take me a while to get into it, but I'm really glad I'm doing it. And so actually what I wanted to get in today is actually the reverse. If your partner tries to learn your language,
Right.
and how do you deal with that?
Yeah.
So is this something that you and your partner have dealt with, where your partner's like, all right, I really got to up my English game or Scottish game?
So, yeah, I mean,
Gaelic?
not really.
No.
I think my husband makes some really crazy mistakes in English, and sometimes I don't notice them, and I just accept them for real English,
Right.
which makes my English worse.
Yeah, he's bringing you down.
He's bringing me down.
Stop
Has
bringing
been
me
for
down.
years, man. Has been for years. But just kidding.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things is he doesn't try and learn because he uses English a lot for his job and in our house, etc. But he does a lot of emailing in English with non-native and also native English speakers. So
Right.
there's a lot of kind of not strange English. No, I'm not going to say that. International English.
Perhaps non-standard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
lot of
Maybe not
international
like what
English.
native speakers might be like. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
new take. And
With-
then
Yeah.
got
And
it.
so he asked me sometimes, can you correct this email? Can you make it sound more businesslike? And so I'll
Right.
be there.
Me too.
and
I get the
kinda
same thing.
Do that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think I love the mistakes that he makes in his verbiage. It's bizarre and wonderful.
One of my favorite phrases that my wife she used was it was so good. It'll come to me later, but it was like one of those encouragement phrases that was completely wrong, and it was just great. It was like, "Let's do it real" or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was something good. I was like, "Yeah."
My husband said yesterday to my son, "You got your clothes off, but why are you keep wearing socks?" I'm
Right.
like, "Why are you keep wearing socks? Really, sir? Really?"
But that's okay. And do you point out these mistakes?
Sometimes, but we just do it for fun, and I don't actually like his English is so fluent,
Right.
and I would never make fun of somebody for not being able to speak a different language.
That's key, right?
It's always out of jest, and it's cute, and I make all these mistakes in Korean.
Right, that's the
and
thing.
So it's just if you want to actually ask for the right answer, you can, but if not, then just do your thing, man.
Cool. And so I did a little research on this topic because I'm no expert by any means, and what I do at my household might not work for everybody else. But there are some smart people at Michigan State University who are writing about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they said, like, if your partner does decide they want to learn your language, like last week was like the flip side. I'm learning my partner's language
Yeah.
and why and the reasons for that. But if your partner wants to learn your language, be just very supportive.
Yeah.
And if keep it light too. Like, make sure it doesn't become like a work relationship, because that can
Yes.
ruin your romantic relationship. When somebody becomes the teacher and the student, there's always
Yeah.
that power dynamic. And that kind of maybe takes things in a direction you don't want to take them.
Yeah.
Right?
That's not good. But we learn each other's language, but I think what we do is we mix up Korean and English within the sentences so much.
Right.
So
You're both.
like, we would speak English and Korean in the same sense. So like, these apples are so 속았다.
Right.
And so nobody understands anything.
But you know who does?
Both of us.
And you've got kids.
Yeah.
And what you're showing your kids is something in technical terms they call code switching.
Yes.
Right? Which is something that bilinguals do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, for a long time, I think that was discouraged, especially especially in English language classrooms where it was like,
Yes.
do not speak another language.
Yeah.
There's English only in here. And basically, people were kind of operating under this misconception that, like, you cannot master a language if there's always interference. But
Yeah.
actually, bilingual people do that all the time.
All the time.
And that's how you become an interpreter.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how you can actually switch back and forth without, twisting your brain into, okay, I'm only going to think in English for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what
I
you're
think
doing is right.
What you need to do is also like read books in your native language as well, though, to keep your English or your native language good.
Right, and choose wisely, because I decided the Game of Thrones set, and I started speaking like I was like Shakespeare for a while. So yeah, choose contemporary. Yeah. Right.
I like it. I like it a lot.
It's choose the language that you're going to use. I think that's a good idea. But
yes.
So I did want to ask about that. So I think you would say no, you should not use only one language at a time in the household.
Yeah, just
Right.
do what you got to do. I think with raising kids, we used like 2 languages in the house.
Right.
But I would speak in English and then Dad would speak in Korean, so just not to confuse the kids. But we speak all multitudes of combinations these days.
That's called, they typically call that one parent, one language, that kind of technique. And I think that's what a lot of people do. That's basically what we do too, but we
Yeah.
don't strictly follow it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm assuming your goal is kind of the same. You want to keep the kids out of the English study as much as possible, right?
I mean, yeah, my kids don't need English study, and honestly, I'm not worried about it because kids pick up stuff so easily. So as long as
Amazing, right?
before they're like 13 and they have a good handle on both languages, it's fine.
It's all good,
all
right?
good.
Well, I thought there was something else really cool that I read from another researcher who's at Temple University about bilinguals. And that's basically our goal at home, is to raise bilinguals. Is it the same for you guys? You want
Yes.
Korean and English? You're fluent in both.
Korean, English, also Japanese, Chinese,
Dang.
French. Like, because I think bilingual kids or
Right.
kids who are learning another language, I think you should like introduce other languages in there as well. See what happens. If they hate it, they hate it. If not, great. And then but I think people who are good at language can then like get more
Sure.
languages as
Sure.
well.
You're like, basically, kids, eat these veggies.
Yeah.
You're like, eat this French.
I'm not
Eat this-
gonna shove it down the throat, but
You just have it around.
Introduce them to these other languages.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you speak other languages besides Korean and English?
Ah oui, oui.
Oh, c'est bon.
C'est bon?
C'est bon.
Très bon?
Oh, très bon.
Alors, je
something
ne comprends
stuck in my
pas.
throat. Oh,
Let's
sorry.
move along.
Yeah, sorry. But there's something cool that a researcher at Temple University pointed out about bilinguals.
Yes.
And those, especially who become bilingual later in life, like you and I probably. There's something cool when you have another language that becomes something you're comfortable in, right?
Yeah.
You don't have this sense of, like, when you grow up with a language, when you're young,
Yeah.
you have an idea of what taboos are.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
in other words, like, you know what words to avoid, what phrases to avoid, and you might feel uncomfortable talking about certain subjects
Yep.
in your mother tongue. But when you tackle another language, perhaps later in life, you're like, I can say anything I want. And it kind of gives you this like sense of freedom.
Yep.
In a positive way. Like perhaps maybe it's easier to say I love you to somebody in a second language. 사랑해요.
Yes.
I don't like saying I love you that much in English. It
Really?
depends. It depends on who.
I say all the time, man. I want to spread that love.
Do you?
Yeah. People don't want to accept it, but I make them.
They call the cops.
They come around.
The cops
Take
come
the
around.
love.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, so that could be in that positive way, but the other cool way is swearing becomes
Because there's no meaning to the word for us.
Right.
We know the translation and we know it's a bad word.
Right.
But there's no contextual shame and
The shame is
guilt
gone. Yeah, the shame is gone,
that
right.
comes with saying certain things in front of people that you know you shouldn't be saying certain things in front of.
Right.
But
And it's
so
freeing.
I love it. I am
Me
a
too.
complete oversharer in Korean.
Yeah.
I'll like chat with a taxi driver and like, what are you saying? Stop telling him things about your life, because I would never say it in English.
right.
I'd never
Right.
be like, oh yeah, I've lived here for da-da-da-da-da, and then go on for days because they keep asking me all this personal information.
Right.
I feel safe with the taxi driver, you know?
Well, that's good that you do, because
Yeah.
I've seen the film Taxi Driver and I didn't feel safe after.
Not,
No.
That's not
Not the
same
same.
experience.
Not
I've
the
had.
same. Yes, Busan Taxi Driver is very friendly in general, right?
Very friendly.
But yeah, so another thing I was thinking about was with the kids. Okay, so we want them to be bilingual a lot of times, so we stick with this kind of idea. I think we're doing the kind of same thing. One parent, one language.
Yeah.
And again, I kind of like reading other people's perspectives of this. And I read a blog post on a UK educational website about a woman she's a native speaker of American English, like myself. She's married to a native speaker of Greek, and they're raising two kids that were born in Switzerland, but they're now living in Scotland.
That's an
Cool.
accent.
Cool, right? Can you imagine?
That's an accent.
So she said that they mainly, her and her husband, like communicated in English as a couple. But then when they had kids, they were like, oh, we got to change this up. We got to do one parent, one language.
Yeah.
And she said it's worked out great for them. But one interesting thing that happened was she started learning her husband's her Greek a lot more than she expected because her husband was speaking slowly to the children and vice versa, I'm sure. And so her Greek kind of excelled, but to like a childlike degree.
Yeah.
And this is something I noticed as well at my house. I've learned... okay, so she said she learned like commands that the kids typically get, like sit down or don't touch that or don't put that in your mouth. Things that might be a
Things
little
that you need to say to children on a daily basis.
Right,
Don't
but
put
out
that
in-
that doesn't go in your mouth.
Right.
That's not for your mouth.
But can you use that in public that much? Not so much.
You don't use it in adult conversations as much, no.
Right.
Because first of all, you're a grown-up, do what you want to do. And secondly, not really appropriate.
Leah. Oh, Leah's my daughter's name. Well, that was a bizarre
It's because you
moment.
feel old because I look so young, eh?
That's it.
That's what it is.
right. Laura, don't put that pencil in your mouth.
I mean, that's a good piece of advice, though, because this is not my pencil.
Oh, ew.
It's been in my mouth already.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
sorry to the owner of this pencil.
But
So, maybe you're right.
Did you notice any kind of phrases that you picked up that are slightly childish from, or only for children in Korean, just from being around it all the time?
So I just noticed that not most, I don't want to say most, but many Korean men will call their parents 어머니, 아버지.
Okay.
But my husband says 엄마, 아빠.
Okay.
And so I say 엄마, I don't say 아빠, I say 아버지. But like usually it's 어머니 for 며느리, for a daughter-in-law to the mother-in-law.
You should be very respectful in that case, right?
But she's just like, she feels like my 엄마. And she always says 엄마죠. 엄마죠.
Cool.
So, but I say like 엄마, but I just, not really, because I think at this point my Korean is okay enough to not speak the child version of whatever it is.
Okay.
But when my son was young, absolutely.
Right.
I was a walking disaster. Disaster.
Have you ever heard this phrase? 징징거리지 마라.
징징거리지 마라.
징징거리지 마라.
징징, 왜 이렇게 징징하는 거야?
Oh yes. And 대쓰지 마라.
What's that?
대쓰지 마라 좀. That's I guess that's like don't tantrum. 대쓰지 마라.
대쓰지 마라.
Is that right? Yeah. It's
Nobody
like,
tantrums in my house except me, and they would be
oh, we got tantrums all the time these days.
They'd be
So
in trouble
these
if they told
phrases
me
are
not
like buried in my brain, but I can't use them.
Interesting. See, as well, like I kind of cut down. I kindly and peacefully
Right.
try
Of
to
course.
influence the use of language in my house because I find that in Korean, a lot of the sentences are 울지 마, don't cry, and in
right.
English, I would never tell my son 울지 마.
Oh, I've got the same situation.
Never,
Right.
never.
Yeah.
Like if you want to 울어, 울어.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know what that is, it's cry. So
Right.
if you need to cry, cry. The body is made for crying. That's why we have like analgesics in the 눈물, in the eyes, and the tears.
Right.
And so that we feel better after we cry.
I do.
Like the hormones that we release. So like 울지 마 is really archaic and kind of mean, I think.
In our cultural context. Yeah, for sure. And I get that. Yeah, I've been thinking about that one recently as well. I hear that a lot. What's another one? Yeah, something similar to that where it's like, where, the kids are kind of like being a little bit discouraged from their feelings
Yeah.
a little bit. So I totally understand what you feel.
I want to read a
ahead.
little message. Nim says, I recently heard a grown man say unga and it caught me off guard.
Oh, unga.
And he wasn't even talking to or referring to a child.
Oh, no.
Just like, so I take my daughter to 어린이집 and it's like 응가 안 했어요.
Right. 오늘
I'll
unga.
just say 똥 안 쌌어. 똥을 쌌어요.
I taught my
안
kids.
했어요.
For whatever reason, they picked up the childlike English terms for that. So it's pee pee and poo poo.
Pee pee and
at
poo-poo.
our house. Yeah.
Ah.
So they say that when they go to 어린이집.
Yeah.
And then the teachers are like, "Oh, that's interesting." Yeah. 선생님 pee pee 해야 돼요. You know. So they'll.
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I like that though. It's interesting, and I think the teachers like that as well. It's very, just interesting.
It makes it a new experience for everybody.
Life
right?
is fun, eh?
Right. I agree.
Bilingualism is fun and exciting.
I agree.
And
I
you know,
totally
Tang
agree.
PD has he's got trilingualism. He makes his own words up.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And so, if you've got a brain like Tang PD, you can be on even another level.
What, nobody can understand what you're saying? Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
yes, exactly. No one can understand what he says. And that's probably for a good, that's the best.
For the best.
That's the best way.
For sure.
Absolutely. Casey, it's been a pleasure having you in the studio. Thank you so much. Do you have any final messages that you'd like to say? Please don't say, get well soon, David. I've just had enough of that already.
No.
Just kidding.
No, not at all. Not at all. He'll be fine. He'll be back.
He is. No, he's all right. He's recovering well. And there's lots of people texting in asking if David is okay. Yes, he is okay. He will be back tomorrow. And we miss him dearly.
That's right.
And he's looking after himself. So, yes, you can find him. He's on the chat just now if you want to find him on YouTube.
떼쓰지 마, David. 좀. 떼쓰지 마. 알겠나?
Casey, thank you so much. We will see you again next week.
That's right.
For Relationship Matters.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. It's time for us to say cheerio for the first half of the show. Is that right? Well, there we go. This is Will J with One of Many. We'll be back in the second half just after this.
I could tell you that you're all that matters, but I'm sure you get that a lot. We've met before. It's okay if you don't remember. I'll still wait in line. That there's not a prayer that I won't get lost. I could fill another seat in your stadium, lose my voice singing your greatest hits. I look up on the stage, there's my everything standing before me, but you see a crowd, and I'm just a face that you don't know exists. I'm just one more album sold, one more autograph to sign, yet another hi, how are you? Soon forgotten with goodbye. You'll always have my heart, though all you are is a poster in my room. You're my one and only, but I'm one of many to you. Just wanna make you smile for more than a picture, and I bought my savings to see you again. If they're famous or not, anyone would be lucky to have you, and it won't be me. But if you're happy, I wish you the best. I'm just one more album sold, one more autograph to sign, yet another hi, how are you? Soon forgotten with goodbye. You'll always have my heart, though all you
부산의 축제 어디까지 즐겨보셨나요? 과거와 현재, 미래가 공존하는 항구도시 부산. 이곳 부산은 계절을 물들이는 다양한 축제로 늘 풍성합니다. 봄의 시작을 알리는 봄꽃 축제부터 부산의 여름을 만끽하는 바다 축제, 전 세계 영화인들이 모이는 부산국제영화제와 새로운 시작의 해맞이 축제까지. 부산의 축제는 우리의 열정을 가득 담고 있습니다. 바쁜 일상은 잠시 뒤로 하고 특별한 시간을 선물 받는 바로 이곳 부산에서 우리의 삶은 축제가 됩니다. 축제로 하나 되는 부산, 여러분은 어떤 축제를 기다리시나요? 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
Electric kickboards and electric bicycles are common on the streets these days. With the increased use of personal mobility devices, the number of accidents and deaths have reportedly increased significantly.
Personal mobility patrol mode.
I don't need to wear a safety helmet because I'm only riding a short distance.
Wear a safety helmet. When you drive your personal mobility devices, you have to wear a safety helmet.
Hey, I rented an electric kickboard. Let's ride it together.
Okay, you drive in the front, I'll get in the back.
Follow the number of passengers. Only one person can ride an electric kickboard and electric wheel parallel car.
Follow the rules of personal mobility devices and drive safely. This campaign is brought to you by BEFM 부산영어방송.
Hello everyone, I'm James from India. Ever since I was a young boy in India, I have been surrounded by different Korean products, and this instilled a dream in me to explore Korea one day. This chance came for me in 2014 when I began attending Busan National University as a graduate student in computer engineering. I have lived in Korea for over 7 years, and I even run my own business now, a company that is developing a platform based on artificial intelligence and blockchain technology. From my experience, I can say with an absolutely certainty that Busan was the best place for me to start my business, thanks to the specialized blockchain zone. In the past 7 years, Busan has become my second home, and I obviously love it here. Global City Busan, we are in it together. This campaign was brought to you by BFM 부산영어방송.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
포열 부산?
That's it. 포열 부산 아닙니까? There you go.
원래는 울산 사람이니까 포열 부산 내리죠 이렇게.
You're absolutely right.
포열 부산.
Perfect. 포열 부산. Yes.
할까요? 포열 부산. 잠깐만요.
You're now listening to For Your Busan with me, David Kim.
안녕하세요, 티나입니다. 여러분, 부동산 채널 무엇을 보시나요? 부산을 대표하는 부동산 유튜버 태박이님을 만나보겠습니다. 안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요.
네, 자기 소개 부탁드립니다.
부산에서 리빙과 라이프스타일 그리고 부동산 주제로 활동하고 있는 유튜버 태박이라고 합니다.
태박이님께서는 언제부터 부동산에 관심이 있으셨나요?
다른 사람들하고 똑같이 저도 부동산을 전혀 몰랐었는데 이제 30살 때 결혼한 이후에
네네.
관심을 가지게 되었거든요.
네.
네, 그 당시에 이제 제가 원래 전셋집에 살려고 전셋집을 알아봤는데 근데 봤더니 그때 당시에 전셋집이 없는 거예요.
네네.
오래된 아파트를 매매를 했었는데 매매를 하고 났더니 한 몇 개월 있다가 우리 집이 뭐 3-4천만 원 올랐다더라 이런 소문이 들리더라고요. 그때부터 이거구나 싶어가지고
네네.
부동산 책을 막 찾아보고 도서관을 가서 책을 보고 공부를 하고 하면서 관심을
네.
가지기 시작했던 것 같아요.
그렇군요. 그러면 부동산 관련 유튜브를 하시게 된 계기가 있으신가요?
유튜브를 부동산 주제로 해야겠다고 생각은 하진 않았고요. 제일 처음에는 유튜브를 해야겠다. 그러면 뭘 해야 되지? 내가 관심이 있는 부동산으로 해야겠다. 이렇게 시작을 하게 된 거거든요.
네.
저는 사실 일반 회사에 다니는 부동산하고 전혀 관련 없는 회사에 다니는 일반 직장인이었어요.
네네.
근데 부동산 관련 책을 많이 보고 또 투자
네.
마인드에 대한 책을 보면서 그런 마인드를 기르다 보니까 하나같이 하는 소리들이 직장은 당신의 미래를 책임지지 않는다.
맞아요.
월급은 영원하지 않다.
네.
예, 이런 거에 너무 많은 공감을 느꼈고요. 그거에 대한 불안감을 일찍이 깨달은 이유 때문에 제가 그 부업이나 아니면 월급 외 수익을 일으키는 거에 관심이 되게 많았거든요.
네, 네.
그래서 뭐 블로그도 써보고 여러 가지 활동을 해보다가 이제 그 당시에 유튜브를 하면 돈을 벌 수 있다라는 소식을 듣고
네, 네.
유튜브를 해봐야겠다 이렇게 생각했었습니다.
지금 그렇게 시작하신 다음부터 정말 인기 유튜버가 되셨잖아요.
아, 예.
네, 그 이유는 무엇이라고 생각하십니까?
글쎄요. 요즘에는 이제 2030들도 부동산에 워낙 관심이 많고 또 다들 잘 알아서 거의 전문가처럼 그렇게 많이들
네.
보이는데요. 근데 그 당시에는 20대 혹은 30대가 부동산에 관심이 있다고 하면 되게 특이하게 보는
네.
그런 분위기였는데
네.
그래서 부동산 투자는 이제 어른들의 좀 전유물이라는 그런 생각들이 좀 강해서 되게 컨텐츠들이 딱딱하고 그다음에 강의식 컨텐츠밖에 없었던 것 같아요.
네, 네.
근데 그 당시에 저는 이제 그런 딱딱한 부동산을 조금 더 재미있고 누구나 알기 쉽게 컨텐츠를 만들어 봐야겠다라는 생각이 있었는데 그게 좀 주요하게 먹힌 게 아닌가 하는 생각을 합니다.
그렇군요.
네.
태박이님의 유튜브 컨텐츠들은 대부분 집에서 촬영을 하시잖아요.
네.
촬영은 의뢰자들이 있어서 진행을 하시는 건가요?
네, 그렇습니다.
그러면
네.
어떻게 다들 연락을 하시나요?
보통 이메일 아니면 DM
네.
이런 걸로 많이들 신청을 하세요. 나도 출연을 한번 해보고 싶다. 아니면은 뭐 나도 한번 우리 집 한번 찍어보고 싶다. 우리 집 한번 찍어주세요. 이런 신청들이 주로 있고요.
네, 네.
근데 그 부분에 대해서 저도 너무 감사하게 생각하고 있고 그 촬영해가지고 10년이 지나서 봐도 10년 전에 내가 이 집에 살았었지. 이 집에 입주할 때 이런 기분이었지. 이런 거를 느낄 수 있도록 선물을 해드린다라는 그런 생각으로 좀 촬영에 임하고 있어요.
그러시군요. 사실 집에서 촬영을 하는 게 조금 편하신 점도 있고 힘드신 점도 있으실 텐데 어떠신가요?
오히려 더 재밌어요. 그 가는 현장마다
네.
다 다양한 사람을 보고 다양한 라이프 스타일을 볼 수 있어서 너무 재밌고
네, 네.
근데 이제 한 가지 그래도 힘든 점을 꼽자면
네.
한 번씩 이제 우리 집을 촬영해 주세요 갔더니 뭐 단답형의 대답만 나온다거나 아니면 저 혼자 이제 모든 걸 해주길 원한다거나 그런 경우가 있으면은 좀 이거 조금 힘든데 약간 이런 생각을 할 때도 있습니다.
그럼 지금까지 촬영하시면서 굉장히 인상적이었던 의뢰자가 있으시다면요?
이건
네.
너무 많은데요.
네.
뭐 많은 분들이 아시겠지만 제 채널에 구서동 행님이라고
네.
같이 출연하시는 분이 있거든요.
네, 네.
요즘 보면 오히려 저보다 더 유명하신 것 같은데 그분이 사실은 의뢰자로 만났던 사이예요. 구서동의 아파트에서
네.
의뢰를 해주셔가지고
네, 네.
서로 의뢰자로 이렇게 만나가지고 알게 되었는데
네.
그 이후에 너무 그분하고 이렇게 티키타카가 잘 맞아가지고
네, 네.
친해지는 바람에 이렇게 촬영도 같이 하고 이렇게
네,
인연이
네.
된 게 가장 기억에 남고요.
네.
그리고 센텀 아파트 뭐 독거남이라고 해서 혼자 사는
네,
분도
네.
한번 나온 적이 있었거든요.
네, 네.
근데 그분도 너무 인상적이었어요. 네, 혼자 사는데 청소도 너무 잘해놓고 너무 집을 예쁘게 해놓고 사셔가지고.
그러시군요.
네.
태박이님처럼 인기 유튜버가 되고 싶어 하시는 분들이 굉장히 많으시잖아요.
네.
많은 구독자와 조회수를 만드는 노하우가 혹시 있으실까요?
좀 진부하게 들릴 수도 있지만 본질에 최선을 다하면 되지 않을까 하는 생각을 합니다.
네.
사실 요즘에는 이제 1분 이하의 쇼폼 컨텐츠들이 워낙 유행하다 보니까
네, 네.
뭐 겉핥기식 컨텐츠도 많고
네.
그리고 이 영상의 수도 워낙이 많고요.
네, 네.
진짜 영상의 홍수 속에서 살아가고 있잖아요.
네.
그러다 보니까 뭐 자극적인 컨텐츠라든지 아니면 속된 말로 어그로 끌기 이런 것들도 굉장히 많은데 그렇게 해서는 뭐 당장의 구독자 숫자는 그리고 조회수 숫자는 늘어날 수 있지만 그게 오래 가기는 힘들다고 보거든요.
네.
어쨌든 앞서 말씀드렸다시피 이 시청자들이 뭘 원하는지 뭘 궁금해하는지를 좀 주안점을 맞춰서 영상을 계속 만들어 가다 보면 좋은 결과가 있을 것 같고 저는 이런 마음을 가지고 하는 것 같아요. 이 영상 하나하나 만드는 거를 이제 내 포트폴리오를 좀 만들어 간다.
네.
그리고 나의 생각이나 철학 그리고 나의 브랜드를 좀 가다듬어 간다라는 생각으로 계속 만들다가 보면 이제 조회수하고 구독자는 따라올 것이고 또 꼭 조회수와 구독자가 아니더라도 어떤 방향성으로 내가 가야 될지를 깨닫게 되는 순간이 올 거라고 생각합니다. 끝인사는 저는 유튜버니까 유튜버답게 구독, 좋아요라고 하고 싶습니다.
네.
서로가 서로를 진심 어린 구독으로 해주시고요. 대박이 부산 영어방송 구독, 좋아요, 화이팅!
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
That's too cute. 화이팅! 대박이 고맙습니다. 대박이님. I think, do you know what? I mean, I wish that I was so good at real estate, like 대박이님. But I wish that there was more information out there for like, and I know there's so much out there, but for like foreigners in Korea who want to also get on the property ladder, because that's something that I would really be interested in. So I'll need to check out his all of his contents. But it's so cool that he gets lots of people in and saying, you know, in the DMs, hey, come and film my house. I want to be on your show. That's super cool. Super duper cool. But listen, it's always nice to have a little bit of on the mic, and there will be more tomorrow for you as well. Don't forget, you're listening to For Your Busan. I'm your special host, Laura McCluckey. David will be back with you tomorrow. And let's have a look at today's topic. Today we're talking about 야경. Yes, night view. So where in Busan is your favorite night view? That's the topic we're looking at today. 네, 여러분, 부산에서 진짜 야경이 좋은 곳은 어디인지 알려주시기 바랍니다. Remember, you can get some prizes if you participate in the show. 샵 9050 #9050 for 101 10원입니다. You can get onto KakaoTalk by searching for BEFM or 부산영어방송 in your 친구 추가. You can add us and then send us messages for free. Or you can get onto 너튜브, or YTube, because we've got a live streaming going on where you can see my face. And also, why don't we get to see 장 PD? Everybody needs to see you as well. Give the people what they want. That's what I say. But yes, you can send us your messages in, and maybe you can be a winner today. We've also got the quiz segment coming up in just a few as well. So make sure you stick around with me until the very end of today's show. In the meantime, let's have a song break. This is Find What I've Been Looking For by Tom Grennan.
Tune in to For Your Busan, featuring local news, events, and interviews with people in the community. Hosted by David Kim, airing from 4:05 to 6 p.m.
Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, bum-ba-da, zooby-dooby, ba-dum-bum. Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, 나चे क्यों पागल stupid man.
What is this song? Welcome everybody to For Your Busan. I'm your special host, Laura McCluckey. The time is now 5:13 on the clock. It is Tuesday. It's the 9th of April. Welcome to the show. And I won't be here with you tomorrow. David hopefully will be back and fighting fit. But just FYI, if you just joined us, David is off today. He's taken some time to rest. He was a bit under the weather, so he's taking some time off. All right, it's time for Busan Quizmaster. Part 1. Yeah. This is the segment where we give you a quiz. Eagerly anticipated by the listeners, I hear. Just before we get into it, I quickly want to send some love to our listeners. We've got 조현철님 texting in with lovely messages. Thank you, 조현철님. 9085님, Laura, I'm glad to hear from you. I can only hear your voice in the morning once a week. I know. 그렇죠. 진짜 그리워해요. 5382님, the night view of Dongbek Island is exotic and really cool. Nice to see you. David, take a break. Laura, see you tomorrow again. See? Let's give the listeners what they want. Wanjini-님 says, Laura saves Poyor Busan in another way. Thank you as a loyal listener. And the night skies I look up are beautiful. Dadapo sunset is good. 해운대 해월정, which I've heard on this program, also sounds good. Yes, that's the text topic for today. Best night view in Busan. 오늘의 text topic은 부산에 있는 제일 예쁜, 제일 멋진 야경 곳이 어딘지 알려주시기 바랍니다. Get in touch. Okay, ready? Today we are going to explore today's quiz. Today's topic is Busan to the world. So there's 195. Are you ready? Are you ready? Is everyone ready? Okay. There's 195 countries in the world today. and over 4 million unique cities and towns from every country in the world. So numerous countries and cities, lots of places that are directly related to Busan. So today we've got a quiz about one city that's related to Busan. I've got hints for you. You can listen, you can guess the name of the city, okay? So it's a 도시. It's not a country, it's a city, all right? 오늘은 부산과 관련된 한 도시에 관한 문제입니다. 저희가 들려드리는 힌트를 잘 듣고 어떤 도시인지 도시의 이름을 맞춰주시면 됩니다. 여러분 샵 9050 89050 카카오톡 get in touch. It's not 10원 for a message, it's 100원. I was going to give you a DC, but then they told me I don't decide that. So it's back to 100원. 미안합니다. 네, so let's have a hint. Shall we listen to the first hint? Let's hear. Dramatic, I like it. So you're listening to the national anthem of the country of the city we're looking for, okay? So if you know which country's national anthem you're listening to right now, then you might get it. Now listen, 사이버 블루님, you say, I call Russia, but we're looking for a city. 도시 찾고 있습니다. 도시 이름. So, yeah, this is a national anthem of the country to which this city belongs. Easy, right? Good. It's dramatic. You should have seen Jang PD dancing over there as well. Jamie Queen님, 제 이름은 궁금해요. 로라입니다. 반갑습니다. I'm your host, Laura, until 6 p.m. So we've got like 40 minutes left for us to get to know each other. Tell me all about your life. David doesn't have vacation. He's resting at home. Okay, 태숙님 says London. 태숙님. 잠깐만요. That was... Okay, so listen, I love all votes, I love all guesses, I love it. Let's go to the next hint for you. The current population of this city is now estimated to be 16,047,350 this year, okay? So 16,047,350 인구 되는 숫자입니다, okay? So this is the city. How many people are there? That doesn't really help anybody. How is that a good hint? 너무 어렵죠, 여러분? We've got lots of messages coming in, but do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you some hints after a little song break, okay? So keep your messages coming in. This is 나만 봄 by 볼빨간 사춘기.
더 다가가면 나 정신 못 차려 안 돼 그만해 꽃은 넣어둬 그냥 좀 바람이 불긴 하죠 왜 그럴까 사람들은 그냥 본 기운이 좋아 눈치 없이 밖을 나가는 걸까 밖을 나가는 걸까 왜 이럴까 뭐가 설렌다고 봄바람이 좋아 내 맘도 모르고 다 불어와 Flower sunshine 완벽한 하늘 사실 너와 거릴 수 있다면 얼마나 좋을까 좋아한다고 말하기가 무서워서 내 곁을 맴돌고 있는 난 꽃도 뭐보다 필요 없어 나는 내 곁에 있고 싶어 딱 붙어서 봄이 지나갈 때까지 다른 사람 다 사라져라 언제 봄이 왔는지 내 맘도 모르고 봄바람이 자꾸만 불어와 내 곁에 딱 붙어서 떨어지지 않고 싶어 내 맘을 이제 말하고 싶어 꽃보다 뭐보다 필요 없어 나는 내 곁에 있고 싶어 딱 붙어서 봄이 지나갈 때까지 다른 사람 다 사라져라 나만
Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, bum-ba-da, zooby-dooby, ba-dum-bum. Zooby-dooby, zooby-dooby, 나 지금 박을 stupid man.
I love this music. I need to get it. I'm going to make it my ringtone. Zooby-dooby-dooby. It's so creepy. 징그럽죠? Zooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-da-ba. Anyway, 고수님 텍스팅은 스코틀랜드인가? 전 스코틀랜드 사람인데 그거 스코틀랜드에서 우리는 영어 쓰는 거예요. 영어 쓰는 건데 그거는 스코틀랜드 말 아닌 것 같습니다. Today's quiz, we are asking you to name that city. Yes. It is called Busan to the World. Obviously, lots of cities around the world have relationships to Busan. Today, we're asking you to name a city. 네, 오늘은 부산과 관련된 한 도시에 찾고 있습니다. 도시 이름은 알고 있으면 샵 9050 89050 or 카카오톡으로 문자 메시지를 pound 9050 for 101. 100원입니다. 문자 메시지는 100원이고요. Or you can get in touch on KakaoTalk for free and also on 너튜브 live streaming for free. It's not Scotland, it's not Northern Ireland. We speak English. It's not Lagos. Cyber Blue Name says Lagos. It's not. A lot of people texting in with Russia. It's not in Russia, yo. It's not in Russia. It's not. Okay, we've got another audio hint for you. I'll give you another audio hint and then we've got some extra hints. If nobody gets it, I'm going to make it really, really easy. Nobody has any idea where it is. I love it. There's all insane messages coming in. Here's the third one. This is now a tour guide of this city. Here we go.
One of the largest cities in the world with a staggering population of nearly 16 million. Is a place where history, culture, and resilience intertwine. A city where Asia meets Europe both physically and culturally, and this place is a living testament to that. With its diverse landscapes and centuries of history, has weathered wars, revolutions, and in today's day and age, emerged as a land shaped by resilience. The vibrant city and nation reflects a melting pot of cultures, blending ancient traditions with modern life, and minarets along with skyscrapers stand side by side. Above all, the spirit stands resilient with warmth, hospitality, and an unwavering unity.
Oh, so every time you heard the beep, it wasn't a bad word. It wasn't a swear word. It was the name of the city, obviously. I know it sounds a little bit funny, a little bit risky. And lots of messages are coming in. Y'all are getting the right answer now, I think. Just a little extra quiz. This city signed a sister city agreement with Busan in 2002. It is the size of this population of this city increased dramatically after World War II because rural residents moved to the city for employment. Remember, we're looking for the city. 도시 이름을 찾고 있습니다. 여러분, 도시 이름을 듣고 싶습니다. 그래서 도시 이름을 알고 있으면 샵 9050 #9050 or KakaoTalk. You can send us your messages. I'm going to play you a little song and then we'll announce the winner and the answer after this. This is ETA by New Jeans.
낭비하지 않을 시간은 은행 서툴러서 정리해 얘는 위험해 받아주면 안돼 No you better trust me 답답해서 그래 잡아내도 하지만 없을 때겐 여기저기는 빛을 불빛내 아주 눈부시게 Honestly 우리 사이에 He's been totally lying 내 생일 파티에 너만 못 온 그날까지 네가 엄청 혼났던 그날 지원이가 일진이랑 여친 그날 그는 언제나 나가 없이 그날 나만 멋있는 옷을 입고 그날 Heard him say We can go wherever you like Baby say the words and man down All I need is you on my side We can go wherever you like I'll be you What's your ETA? 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 I'll be there right now Cause I boy on her arm 아파만 너가 못 잊을 때내말 믿어 You deserve better than that 내가 도와줄게 걔는 그냥 playing Boys be always lying Yeah 내 생일 파티에 너만 못 온 그날까지 네가 엄청 혼났던 그날 지원이가 일진이랑 여친 그날 그는 언제나 나가 없이 그날 나만 멋있는 옷을 입고 그날 Heard him say We can go wherever you like Baby say the words and man down All I need is you on my side We can go wherever you like I'll wear you What's your ETA? 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 I'll be there right now Cause I boy on her arm
Yes, welcome back to the show. It is, of course, the final part of our quiz segment. It's Busan Quizmaster, Busan to the World. I asked you, what is the name of this city? 도시 이름을 찾고 있고요. So, lots of you've got the right answer. 이선임님's got the right answer. We've got, it's going too quickly all the way down. 에스덕님, we've got, Joy님, Joy PMJ님, you got the wrong answer. We've got so many messages coming in. We've got Tongi님, I think, with the right answer. Today's winner, I'm not going to tell you. It's a secret. The answer is, of course, Istanbul. Oh, Istanbul. Which, of course, you must have got when it said Istanbul in the clip. Our producer put Istanbul right in the clip. You missed it? Well, anyway, we got some winners. So congratulations to Cyber Blooney. Woo! 축하드립니다. Look, our audience going wild. Look at these knitted animals over here having an absolute party. You get coffee coupons. Congratulations. I hope you like coffee. And lots of messages coming in on the 너튜브. 터키의 ETA의 뜻이 뭐였죠? So that was Joy님. ETA, David chimed in and said estimated time of arrival. And our producer said, is that something we use in English, like in the day-to-day? Yes, it is. We do say, what's your ETA? When are you going to arrive? What time will you be here? So yeah. Anyway, congratulations to our winner. And it's time for us to move on to our next topic. By the way, I'm asking you today, where's the best night view in Busan? 부산에서 가장 야경이 멋진 곳은 어디라고 생각하시는 거예요? Let me know and get in touch. If you send me lots of messages, maybe you'll get a prize too. Delightful. Steve's in the studio. I can smell him. It's time for My Hometown Olympics.
Stay connected to Busan's rhythm with For Your Busan, airing daily from 4:05 to 6 p.m. Blending your friends' voices with the latest information and news from our vibrant city.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for My Hometown Olympic with Steve.
Hello, guys. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Long time no see, Laura.
진짜 오랜만입니다. You're more man than you used to be, Steve, may I say.
It was like 2 years ago, right?
What are you talking about 2 years ago?
A year? 2 years?
Where's your brain, Steve? Steve, it's been so long, but yeah, it's not been that long.
It feels like a decade.
But I got younger, right?
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
You're like 21 years old right now, right?
Yeah. Well, I was 25, and now I'm 21. It's magic.
그니까요.
It's what happens when you live in Korea.
Oh. 맞아요.
맞아요.
아무튼 간에 너무 오랜만이에요.
그렇죠.
It feels like an alumni right now.
It does feel like a little alum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, enough of this nostalgia nonsense.
Yeah. So hello, welcome to My Hometown Olympics. This corner is all about visiting sports clubs, associations in Busan, introducing their sports and clubs, and capturing the passion of Busan residents for these sports. And really hits different, doing with Laura.
Yeah.
뭔가 좀 더 재밌는 것 같아요.
재밌어요.
David 미안해요. I'm sorry.
미안하지 말고 그냥 마음대로 얘기하시면 좋아요. 네.
네.
솔직히 말하면 좋아요.
솔직히 너무 재밌네요.
재밌지.
Oh.
I can smell you, Steve. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
That's the Steve aftershave. I didn't mean like I can smell you.
It's still the same smell as like 2 years. I mean a year ago.
No, but it's, what aftershave? Don't say the brand name actually. But it smells like Steve.
Smells like Steve?
It smells like Steve's. Like when you go into a room and you're like, oh, that smells like my friend's like softener or whatever. Like,
it's a compliment, right?
Yeah, it's a compliment.
Oh, nice.
I could go into a room and be like, Steve's been in here.
Yeah.
In a nice way.
Thank you.
Anyway, what are we talking about today?
So before we dive into introducing today's club and sport, let's first listen to a clip and try to guess what it is. Can you guess what it is?
That doesn't sound like what I think it is, but it's an indoor thing, right?
Yeah, you can say.
It's indoor, but it's also an outdoor sport, but this was indoor.
Yeah, it's both.
It's both? Okay, I think I know what it is. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Baseball.
It is baseball.
Baseball.
It is baseball.
Yay!
Yay! So, today we're going to talk about baseball. So, let me introduce a bit about introduction to baseball. So, baseball is a popular bat and ball game played between two teams of 9 players each. The objective is to score once by hitting a ball and running around bases to reach home plate.
It doesn't sound as exciting as it is in person, I have to say. I mean, no offense.
I mean, have you played baseball before?
I played rounders when I was a kid, which is like baseball for little kids. But no, I don't. Scotland isn't a baseball country. So we have cricket, I guess. We have rounders. But baseball, I was really first introduced to baseball when I came to Busan. And I went to, of course, the Giants. I went to Sajik Stadium.
Oh, yeah,
watched lots
yeah.
of Giants games. And it was just such a cool environment.
All right.
I still don't really understand the game, but just like to eat chicken over there.
But it is fun, though.
It's fun.
Yeah. 아주라.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yes, move.
네. Let's talk about history of baseball right now.
History of baseball, okay.
Yeah, so originating in the United States in the mid 19th century, baseball evolved from earlier bat and ball games. It quickly became known as America's pastime and grew into a global sport with leagues like Major League Baseball, also known as MLB, established in 1869.
Wow.
It's quite a long history, right?
That is a long history, yeah.
정말 오래됐어요.
But okay, so for anyone like me who doesn't really understand the rules of baseball, can you go over them just quickly?
Uh-huh. Oh, that's a good question.
We want to know the rules.
All right. So, baseball, the field has 4 bases arranged in a diamond shape.
That's why it's called baseball. I get it now. 와,
천재네요. Mind-blowing. 그렇죠. Base and ball.
그런 생각 상상도 못했어요. 처음이죠.
정답입니다.
정답이네.
네,
와.
그것만 알면 돼요.
오케이.
장난이고요.
집으로 가자 이제. 끝.
끝나지 않았습니다.
We're done.
다음 룰스는요. Each team bats and fields with the goal of scoring runs, and a run is scored by advancing around bases and reaching home plate. 이 정도만 알면 될 것 같아요.
So when you say fields, like someone is trying to catch the ball, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, okay.
그럼 마지막으로, a run is scored by No, my bad. The game consists of 9 innings with teams alternating between batting and fielding.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the basic rules of baseball. And I had interview with the baseball club.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's first listen with the baseball club leader. Could you please introduce our club?
예, 은행원도 있고요. 뭐 은행에서 같이 일하시는 법무사팀도 있고, 예, 뭐 꼭 은행원만 된다 이런 건 아니라 가지고 그런데 뭐 어쨌든 직장팀이다 보니까 다른 직장팀도 비슷할 텐데 아무래도 이제 직장원들로 구성되다 보니까 들어오지 마라 이런 건 없는데 약간의 허들이 있는 그런 팀이 보통 직장팀이 그래요. 예, 뭐 막아놓는 건 없고요. 예, 그래서 저희는 뭐 승리하자 이런 거 없고요. 다치지 말고 재밌게 하자. 예, 재밌게 하자. 스트레스 받지 말자. 예, 놀러 왔는데 재밌게 하자.
Could you describe the training programs or facilities available at the club? What types of training are offered?
사실 사회인 팀이다 보니까 뭐 시설을 갖추고 전문적으로 뭐 훈련을 할 수 있는 팀은 잘은 없고요. 저희가 속하지 않은 이제 2부나 1부나 이렇게 조금 더 높이 올라가면 거기는 이제 선수 출신, 선출이라고 선수 출신도 뭐 1명, 2명 이렇게 제한을 두지만 받을 수가 있거든요. 그런 팀들은 보통 선수 출신이 이제 리더가 돼가지고 뭐 조금 전문적으로 하긴 하는데 그래도 사회인 팀은 자기만의 시설은 없고 보통 이제 시설에서 하는 경우에는 이제 야구장, 야구 연습장 빌려서 하고요.
아, 바람이 많이 불어요.
많이 불죠. There was a lot of winds there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for anyone who was listening on headphones, that might have been a little bit uncomfortable. But you know, it's all about getting onto the scene.
Yeah.
It sounded dramatic. I loved it.
So like the club I visited this time was the Bankers Baseball Club. So literally it means the team gathered with bankers.
They're all bankers?
They're all bankers.
Okay.
네.
Yeah.
은행원이었어요.
So it's like 직장인 team?
Yeah, 직장인 team also, and also you can say 사회인 team too.
사회인 team?
Yeah, they were definitely bankers, but they were all in such a good shape that I thought they were messing with me.
Did you
like,
tell
for
them,
real.
hey guys, your bodies are great? Did you say that?
No,
Did you compliment them on their glutes?
I did not.
You did not, but you thought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
조금 마음이 아팠는데 I had to admit. I mean, yeah, they were all in a good shape. Their triceps and their triceps and biceps were bigger than me.
Really?
Yeah.
어디 샀어요? 알겠다 확인하러 가야지.
네. And yeah, the weather was gorgeous at the time, and they were all wearing sports sunglasses. I mean, man.
I feel like you were 반했다. I feel like you
A bit.
사랑에 빠졌어요 with all these bankers.
A bit 빠졌어요.
Yeah.
Like looking really cool, and I couldn't resist, so I put on sunglasses and conducted the interview. But the energy of them was something else. It was totally different.
The energy of you is something else today. I love that. So you managed to get to speak to the team then, even though they were training and they were busy. Did you manage to speak to one of the players?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Awesome.
So, yeah, next clip is an interview with one of the club members. Give it a listen. Do you have any memorable experiences or moments while playing baseball that you could share?
첫 홈런 쳤을 때. 제 홈런이 저희 팀의 홈런이 첫 홈런이었었거든요.
아, 진짜요?
물론 그 뒤로는 친 사람들 많겠지만 뭐 그렇죠. 세상이 좀 그렇죠. 이름은 기억하지 않는. 물론 뭐 언젠가 제가 팀을 떠나가고 팀 없어지겠지만 이 팀의 첫 홈런은 제가 따라하는 거. 뭐 다른 사람들이 뭐라 막.
Why did you choose baseball club among so many others that are available?
아까 말씀드렸듯이 처음에 이제 직장 내에서 같이 마음 맞는 사람 한두 사람 인원도 없었어요. 제가 운동장에서 그냥 그 야구공 하나 글러브 하나 가지고 했던 거라 이 팀을 선택을 했다기보다는 이 팀을 우리 팀원들이 다 같이 만들었다고 생각합니다. 네, 예, 그런 게 아닌가 싶습니다. 이 친구들도 다 마찬가지. 지금도 이 팀을 위해서 다 만들고 있는 친구들이기 때문에 뭔가 선택이라보다는 어떻게 뭐 운명일 수도 있고 어떻게 하면 자기 팀, 자기 뭐 각각의 구단 준 거죠.
I feel like I'm getting blown away. Like I feel my body wants to fly back in my chair.
So yeah, I mean there was a lot of wins. My bad, guys. What he said was 처음 질문이 그거였어요. 야구를 하며 기억에 남는 순간. What was the most memorable moments while playing baseball? And he said he hit a first home run for this team.
화이팅!
Yeah.
I love that.
첫 홈런을 쳤다라는 거. And the second question was why did he choose this baseball club? 이 야구 클럽을 선택한 이유인데요. He didn't choose. Actually, he was the one of the first member for the club.
He didn't choose baseball. Baseball chose him.
Yeah, exactly. Nice
Gotcha.
quote.
Feel
yeah,
it. I
quote
feel
unquote.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. 네.
So tell us a bit more about what he said then.
Yeah, so everyone in this club was one of the founding members, and this individual here hit the first home run, as I just said.
Yeah.
Just imagine the feeling of being the first home run hitter in the club.
I know.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
It is cool, right? So he'll probably be remembered as a legendary hero, being one of the founding members of the club. You could really sense their passion for it. It's like treating it as your own child, you know? And to top it off, it was game day, so there was this extra feeling of really wanting to win. And there's next clip too. This clip is interview with the second club member. Could you briefly introduce why you started playing baseball and your experience in the sport?
야구를 시작한 이유는 이제 회사에서 은행이다 보니까 각 영업점 직원들을 야구를 하면서 주말에 이제 서로 만날 수 있고 소통도 할 수 있고 그런 뭐 기회를 가지기 위해서 이렇게 시작을 하게 됐고요. 경력은 제가 뭐 전문적인 엘리트 선수가 아니기 때문에 뭐 학교에서 애들 친구들랑 놀다가 그런 경력밖에 없기 때문에 전문적으로 배운 적은 없어요. 예.
Could you please say a few words about our baseball club that you're proud of?
일단은 저희는 순수 정말 은행 직원들만 구성이 되어 있기 때문에 용병 없이 그렇게 화합이 잘 되는 게 저희 장점이라고 보면 되겠습니다.
Okay, so give us a brief on what he said in English.
Yeah, so the interview with this individual felt a bit rushed since it happened in the middle of the game.
So they were middle of a game?
Yeah.
Like 경기 중이었어요?
경기 중이었어요.
And you went in there and annoyed them?
No, I didn't.
Yo, guys, come and speak to me.
No. It was like in닝이 바뀌는 중. Yeah. So yeah. 그 사이에 물어봤어요.
So you just went, because I thought that you would get a chance to like hit some balls with them, but you couldn't.
I tried, but I didn't know there were, like it was a game day.
Yeah.
So they look a bit serious.
Yeah.
So I couldn't say
So
anything.
you just stood by the sidelines and cheered.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, that's what I said. All right. Yeah. So despite most of us not having any experience playing baseball, they founded a baseball club, gradually learned the game, competed in tournaments, and everyone coming together to improve was really impressive.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Community clubs are really important to build that foundation.
Oh, yeah. They are the first member of the club. So, yeah, it really hits different, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hits different. Was that a pun? It hits different. Like, okay, never mind. No more.
My bad.
Yeah.
I didn't catch it.
Yeah. But I'm curious though, because this is like bankers baseball club.
네.
I'm not a banker, Steve. Not
그렇죠.
even close. And so if I want to join this club, I mean, is it possible for people who are not involved already to get involved, or?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
Let's 그거에 대해서 알아보도록 할게요. 다음 클립을 통해서. What are the procedures for joining the club and what benefits are provided after becoming a member?
일단은 저희는 은행팀이기 때문에 은행 지원을 받아서 사실 리그가 1년에 한 280에서 300 정도 되거든요. 리그 가입비만. 근데 가입비를 사실 은행에서 좀 지원을 받기 때문에 저희가 뭐 한 달에 2만 원씩만 걷어도 저희 팀이 운영비가 괜찮기 때문에 밥 먹는 거라든지 근데 저희는 또 이제 시작할 때 다들 젊은 나이부터 시작했기 때문에 흔히 말하는 이제 꼰대 문화 없애자. 뭐 모이면 술 먹으러 가야 되고 이러면 나오기 싫다. 그래서 사실 그런 거는 많이 없고요. 예, 대신 먹고 싶다면 사줄 수는 있다. 예, 저희도 이제 10년이 넘어가다 보니까 저희도 이제 꼰대로 넘어가는 중이거든요. 꼰대가 안 되려고 하지만, 계장 대리에서 시작했지만 지금 과장 차장으로 넘어가고 있기 때문에
많이 올라가신
네, 10년이라는 세월이 있으니까 11년. 그러니까 지금 뭐 계장이나 대리들이 오면 저희 팀의 이제 모토로 삼고 있는 게 즐겁게 하자, 스트레스 받지 말자, 쓸데없는 꼰대문 없다. 예, 뭐.
Yeah. So to summarize, 은행원이 아니더라도 가입을 할 수는 있습니다. But 직장인들끼리 모인 클럽이다 보니까 살짝 눈치는 조금 보일 수 있다. So if you are really not bothered with it, then why don't you give it a try then?
처음부터 끝까지 영어로 좀 통역해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
Oh,
You
so
said it all in Korean.
so if you're not a banker though, so you can join the club.
Yeah.
But if you're not really bothered, playing between the bankers, then why don't you give it a try?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anybody can join this club. So even though there's a lot of bankers there, like you can just go in and have fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I like
so yeah, there's absolutely no pressure about whether you show up or not. So you can just relax and enjoy yourself. It has really chill culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that. That's important, especially when you're like he said earlier, one of the guys said earlier, we're not professional athletes.
Yeah, we're not.
doing this. We're a team. We do have games. But, I think it's good to be able to just enjoy and have fun. You need that competitive spirit, but also to be able to enjoy what you're doing, right?
Exactly.
맞아요.
Have you ever joined into any sports club in Korea? Like with Koreans?
Not in Korea. I mean, I've done classes and I've... Yeah, no, never.
Never?
I've done classes with Koreans,
Oh,
but
you did?
never.
Oh.
Yeah, never any club.
Because in Korea, most of the sports club in Korea, they kind of a bit annoying with if you don't show up. Yeah. So they give a bit why don't you come in out? Why don't you show up?
땡땡이 치지 마세요.
지금 빨리 와야죠. Yeah, that's what they say.
See, I'm very unreliable. I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that. If it's cold, I'm not going. If it's rainy, I'm not going. If I'm tired, I'm not going. 땡땡이 치는 습관이 참.
But this club, you can 땡땡.
You can 땡땡.
You can 땡땡. Yeah.
Because they're all very busy, and that's the thing. There's going to be yo-yo when this kind of club forms and all that, right?
It should not be feel as a obligation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Steve, what a lovely pleasure to have you chatting all about this Bankers Baseball Club.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you would like to say before you say cheerio?
So I really want to say, thankfully I had the opportunity to conduct an interview with the bankers.
Yeah.
Yeah, baseball club.
Yeah.
And I want to say to the listeners, if you have any interest in playing baseball or get into baseball club, why don't you guys give it a try?
Give it a try.
Yeah.
I love that. And of course, if you're out there and you have a sports club that you want Steve to come and annoy you at, he will do it. He'll run to your club right now and have a great time with you.
Exactly.
And, you can visit our website, befm.or.kr, for your Busan's program page and find out more about how to do that. 네, 혹시 스포츠팀 홍보하려고 그냥 연락 주세요.
연락 주세요.
스티브 보내드리겠습니다.
Steve will be there as soon as possible.
With his hair and his aftershave and all those cool words.
If they're cooler than me, I'm going to wear sunglasses.
Well,
네.
I mean, you should always wear sunglasses.
All right.
Protect your eyeballs.
Oh, exactly.
Steve, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you soon.
It's been a pleasure too, Laura. 가기 싫어요.
가지마. 그냥 just wait here. But we're going to have a song break, a very quick one. Okay?
그래요.
This is Jump by Van Halen.
I get up
뚜뚜뚜뚜뚜뚜뚜 jump. 하대리님, go ahead and jump. No, it doesn't. You don't want to jump. Okay, it's fine. You don't need to jump. It's Tuesday, Friday. Okay, deal. I love you. 하트. Oh, you jumped. Yay, you jumped. It's been a wonderful time with you here at For Your Busan. 포열 부산. 스페셜 호스트 로라였습니다. David will be back with you in a very, very healthy 모습. 네, 데이비드 씨가 내일 건강한 모습으로 다시 돌아오겠습니다. Today's show was produced by Jang PD. It was written by 홍 작가님. It was hosted by me for a little, just a guest spot. And that's it. Is that it? That's all you want me to do? That's it? Oh, all right. That's it. I guess that's it. It was so fun to be here. Thank you so much for all your messages. And David, get well soon. We will see you back here tomorrow. In the meantime, this is Rachel Yamagata with La La La. Have a lovely Tuesday. Bye-bye.
La la la, la. How I wish it would never end. Turn off the lights here. Let me sink beneath the waves.